Good morning, everyone. So I picked up a new landmark structure that is pre-lit. So this is what it looks like in the container. Now, I already have a depot, but this one here is actually better sized for my layout. And I got one of these, I got the theater last time. I like it. And this was on sale. ModelTrainStuff.com had this on sale for a really good price. Plus, they had additional 10% off on top of it. So I got it for a really good price. So I kind of couldn't pass it up. So I want to take a gander at what it looks like for the N scale version. I've only seen this for O scale. So this is what it looks like. And lots of little details on it. And let's just take a look at the bottom. It does have a base on it. And yeah, this is pretty nice, I gotta say. I heard that the roof comes off, so I'm gonna try to figure out if that is true. It feels like it should. Or something. Oh, there it goes. You can see the roof does come off. And it makes it look like it has some lights there. But that's the non-light part. I actually don't know where the light is in here. I can see a wire coming up. It looks like it's where, if we can see inside there, there is a figure at the ticket stand right here. And that's where it looks like the light is going to be at. I'll plug it in a second. There is a potbelly stove inside. There are 2 benches inside. And then there looks like there's a little like stand for like maybe scheduling and stuff like that. And then the inside of the ticket booth is pretty cool. It has like a little fenced in area, so I don't know if you can really see in there. So that area back there, that's the ticket stand inside. And then the potbelly stove is in that corner with the 2 benches. And then, like I said, that thing right by the door, there's 2 doors. So this is probably the street view of it. What's kind of neat is it also has, out here it has 2 park benches under this little awning thing, along with a shoe shine, and then it has a luggage cart away thing, and it's got a couple schedules and whatnot. I don't know if this light right here lights up, this street light. It doesn't look like there's a wire going to it, which is kind of stupid, because Woodland Scenic or the landmark structure people sell streetlights, which I do have, that light up. So maybe, possibly, I don't know, I may remove this streetlight and stick on one of my Just Plug streetlights and have a lit up streetlight. This is what it looks like from the track side. I think that looks pretty cool. And then this side here, and that side there, and from the front side. So it is pretty cool, and I'm not sure if we can see it from under there, but there is, right where my fingertip is, that's where the shoe shine thing is. And you can see it's lit up inside. It actually gives off a good amount of light inside for one light, basically. Like I said, it's very unfortunate the street light does not light up, but I might be able to pull that off and put in, like I said, one of the Just Plug street lights. I have some that are pretty nice, and I think it would fit there better. But yeah, there it is, all lit up. It looks fantastic. It gives off quite a bit of light. I don't know how high I even have it here on this. Okay, so I had it up pretty high. There's a little bit, so here I dim it down a little bit so you can kind of see inside. There, it makes it look a lot better. Now it's dimmed down. There we go. So I'm gonna dim it to, so you can see inside. Fantastic, hey? I think that's awesome. And like I said, I got this pretty reasonably priced thanks to ModelTrainStuff.com's little sale on their build-ups. First of all, they had a sale on these these landmark structure build-ups, and then they had additional 10% off on all their build-ups. And after getting the theater, I pretty much said I have to get this. Finally get my scratch building supplies, and I really want to get to adding the loading docks for this building and that building. I also want to use scratch building stuff for the coal and fuel area, so I can finish that off, because I do have a little pad in front of the door, and then it gives me enough space right there to put a loading dock in the rear. So I want to put the loading dock on this one, and I'm going to make the loading dock roughly the same size as this one. So I have these DPM loading dock scratch build pieces, and I don't know exactly how it works because the instructions are very vague. It came with some really thick plastic, really thick. I probably can't cut that. So I do have some of this Plastruct styrene, so I can cut that up. And so now I just got to figure out, like, what's the size. I think one of these will be fine for the width, so I'm gonna have to cut that off, and then let's see what the height is on these things. I think I might have to sand a little off. I think they're a little higher than the door once I put the plastic on the top and whatnot, so I might have to sand a little off. So I'm going to do a little of this and cut these off, at least one of them, to work on that one. I still have some other ones I'm going to do. Hey everyone, so here is the loading dock for the feed mill. The only thing I haven't done is paint it. So this is what it would look like when it's placed in there. Let me move the building out and kind of show you where it's going to be. It's going to be roughly like right there. And there it is. So it's got the brick wall at the bottom, and then it's got the plastic at the top. So this will be painted a concrete color, and then I'm going to go with like a white brick to match this building here. So this is done. I'm just going to make sure that everything's dry on it before I paint it. So you probably won't see that till next week. And I've started on the loading dock for the dairy plant right here. So you can see there it is. And that one there is going to be about 2 inches by almost an inch. And so that will go in the rear of this building. And it's a larger loading dock than that one. But there's a lot more room back there. Like I said, it's almost an inch. And it clears away for the ladder there. This one's probably big enough to go and put like a forklift on there. So this one could literally have a forklift back there. So that will also be trackside. This one here still needs a little bit more drying time, and it will need some supports in there. Like I did with this one, I'm going to put some supports in there so that the plastic doesn't concave down in the center. I'll probably end up making a box out of it. I'll take some of that plastic stuff and I'll put a back on it, and I'll have supports in there to hold that up since it's a lot bigger. Hey everyone, so I just want to give you one other look at. This here is a rotary trimmer, and this is what I use to cut the plastic pieces. The pieces are really thin, but you can get a very straight cut out of them, and you can square it up, and it works really good. This one here was by one of the scissor companies. I don't remember the actual name of it, but it's like, you can find these on Amazon. I've seen them, like this one, like around $20, and it works really good because you can square up the piece and you can get a straight cut every time out. and it works really good with this thin plastic because this is meant to cut cardstock, and this thin plastic is like a cardstock or one of those heavy-duty cardstock sort of photo papers. It's almost the same kind of material. I got a new product by Classic Metalworks, the Mini Metals, and these ones here are freight trucks. Last year I wanted to get some freight trucks by the same company. Instead of being Preston, they were Rateway. Unfortunately, those things went like hotcakes, and I never got any. So these ones just came out, and I decided to pick up this package. I got these for $8.99, and you get 2 in a package. And yeah, it is the Classic Metalworks Mini Metals, and they call this one the 1954 Ford box trucks, Preston Freight. Now, Preston Freight is more of a freight company from the East Coast, but it will still work for my layout. Preston Freight, so we get a little closer look at it. Here's the front of it. There's the side. It's really hard to keep it from tipping. And here is the rear. And let's look at it from the top, because you can see that it has a lip at the back here. See? There's like a lip. And it's not bad looking. So, as you can see, not too bad. The back of it looks kind of weird, where there's like no hubcap or anything. But I've been looking for freight trucks that were sort of more of a box truck like this. And I want to park these over by my my different not warehouse, but my factory. There's a little truck loading bay area, and I want to put those. Well, I want to put one by the loading bay. The other one could be driving around.